In the second quarter, here we've got a 20-year incumbent that some no-name like me decided to go up against. And we outraised him fundraising-wise. Now, just by a little bit, but still, anytime you can take a no-name and go challenger and go up against a 20-year incumbent and outraise him, that's pretty amazing. That's the good news. The bad news is he's had a year and a half to raise money, and so he has about 5 times the cash on hand as of June 30th that we have. But we're going to make that up. We also have several endorsements. I'm not going to go through all those, but almost every Right to Life group, the Gun Owners of America has endorsed me. Several business associations have endorsed me. I've been endorsed by Governor Mike Huckabee, former Senator Phil Graham, and former Governor Mitt Romney. So we have several endorsements. Now, let me talk for a minute about what's happening in America today. One of the things that came out of our polls is we ask a question: is America on the right track or wrong track? How many of you think it's on the wrong track? That's about what our polls show. Our polls show that 73% of the people that we talk to, and we're only talking about people who say to vote. First question is, are you going to vote? If they say yes, then you get to finish the rest of the poll. If you say you're not going to vote, we don't care. So this is on likely voters. 73% of the people in our district that we polled said America's on the wrong track. And that's why you see groups like this. I met a congressman named Mike Pence from Indiana in July of 2009. And he said something that was interesting to me. He said, America's been through several dark periods in its history. But we've always gone through a period of renewal after those dark periods. But he also said that before you can go through that renewal, you have to go through a reawakening. Well, we got thumped in January 2009. And by April 15th of 2009, we had the first inklings of the Tea Party movement. It was more than an inkling, it was a huge movement. And it was because people had gone from being, I guess, concerned to a little upset to angry. We are reawakened. You've got people that are reading this, everyday people reading this, everyday people that are reading every bill that comes through Congress today. That is a reawakening, and if we keep that all the way to November 2nd, we're going to have one heck of a renewal, okay? And that's because of groups like this. I mean, groups like this that are excited about going out and going outside of your district to block walk for other people. You don't see that in prior campaigns, and people like me need that. I mean, you can't win a race with one person. You've got to have a heck of a ground operation, and that's one of the things that's been so helpful and so encouraging to me to see people come help us. You want to feel very humble and very small. Show up to one of our campaign offices on a Saturday morning and have between 40 to 70 people come out there on a July Saturday morning to get ready to block walk for you in 100-degree temperature. You talk about something that makes a person feel small. That's when you see people that don't even know you coming to block walk for you because they believe that America can be restored. So, let me tell you what I need, if you don't mind. I have to leave early to go to Waco. One of the things about being on the campaign trail is you've got multiple events. My wife did a parade for me in Booty this morning. Chad Edwards got mad, didn't even show up. He showed up for a little while and then left because we had people with brooms behind his car and think about that. We're getting under that guy's skin, and I hope so. I want to get real deep under his skin because we need to make sure that he's unemployed very soon because we can't afford him. We can't afford somebody that votes with Nancy Pelosi 97% of the time. Down in the district, we're getting we're very entertained by his advertising. Once he stopped the Scorched Earth campaign, which I didn't go into the polls, but one of the things about his Scorched Earth campaign is his negative ratings went way up and his approvals came down. He's always been a very popular congressman in our district. He got turned upside down when he started to attack me. My approval rating is as high as he is, and he's been in Congress for 20 years. And his disapproval rating is higher than his approval rating. So it just goes to show you that we as Americans are paying attention to what's going on this year. It's very different. So he polled the week before he did. He decided, oh, this negative stuff isn't working. I'm going to have to quit nuking Bill Flores. And so he started his campaign about how he voted against leadership. I mean, he doesn't even talk like he knows Nancy Pelosi and some of the ads that he's running. And so we get a kick out of it because He says, I vote independent of Nancy Pelosi. And I said, well, you know, in Texas, voting against somebody 3 or 4% of the time is not independence. In any event, I've got to go to Waco. We've got an event there that starts at 7 o'clock, and so I hate to spend just a short time with you. Let me tell you what I need. I need your prayers. I need you to continue to volunteer, because we've got to get the voters out on November, well, actually, starting October the 18th. We've got to get the voters out. We've got to make sure that we run hard, that we run all the way through the tape, so that on November 3rd, we can all wake up and think that America is going to be the same America that we grew up in when this Congress is sworn in on January 3rd. Now, in terms of money, I mean, we need prayers, volunteers, and money, and it's like my friend Phil Graham says, we've got enough money to win this race, it's just that it's in your pockets. So, if you want to make it a check, make it up to Bill Flores for Congress, and if you want to go online and donate on our website, you can do that. It's BillFloresForCongress.com. Be sure to go to Facebook and like us there. We're kind of the neck and neck with him on Facebook, and so go there, follow us on Twitter. But again, I say these things in order that I need them, and it all starts with prayers. We need to pray for our country, pray that we find the leaders we need, and pray for our troops as we go forward. I'm going to go ahead and open the floor for questions. I'm going to try to keep it pretty short, to 4 or 5 minutes if I can. And so I'm going to, in case any of you have an urban legend you want to ask about, or policy position, something like that. Yes, sir.